Welcome to day 165 of our BitClout journey. I'm Meg Trassenstein here with my twin brother Brian. And again, it's a weekend. It's a holiday weekend, I guess I should say, since it's Monday, but it's slow on the weekends around BitClout as everybody has.
Happy Labor Day, everybody. Happy Labor Day.
Yeah, happy Labor Day. And, things are slow because it's a weekend, but there are a few little things we want to talk about today. Paul Burke, he's actually working on a SIP request that he put in that was just approved by Maybeam to add the last accepted bid price on single NFT serial numbers. So right now, if you buy an NFT and you relist it, the listing itself doesn't show the last price that was sold for. So say I buy it for $100 and I list it. It doesn't say, like on the post and the streams, it doesn't say what the last price was before letting you bid. So his idea, and it was accepted by Maybeam, is to have the last price listed under it, which I think is an excellent idea because that's kind of going to help the secondary market. If you know what is sold for in the past, you know what you should probably be bidding around. If you want to bid more, you can bid more. If you want to bid less and get a better deal, you can bid less. Most likely the person who's selling it's probably going to not sell it unless it gets more than what they paid. But it gives everybody, other collectors, it gives them an idea.
Yeah, I think that, like, if you went and bought a stock and there is no bid and ask and there is no previous price, you wouldn't know what you pay for. You would have to do the fundamental analysis on it about the company every time you went to buy a stock, and you'd have nothing to go on for what the market has been valuing at. So this allows you to see what the market valued each NFT at previous to you bidding. And that's really important. Imagine not being able to see that on any other asset class. So
I do want to interrupt, and there is a way to see the price that last sold for if you just click on the owners tab when you're in.
Yeah. It's just not apparent and it's not straightforward. So I like Burke's implementation of this. I think there's a few other things that would really kind of help NFTs on BitClout to just make things easier. I think that when you do, I know we've had a couple of our NFTs with BitClout kids resell on the market, open market, as a secondary sale. And when that happens, all you get is you get a little notification saying it's sold, and you don't really have any breakdown of like how much you made from it, what your percentage, if it was 10%, what you got from it. It would be nice to, number one, I think, be able to sort your notifications. So you can sort by maybe NFT bids, and then you can just see all your NFT bids, your NFT sales, and have like a place where you can see of the breakdown of what you made, and even maybe allow others to see the breakdown of what somebody made. And whether this is done on a different node, I mean, Prosper Cloud or something like that could implement something like that, or on the main node, I guess that's up for debate. You don't want too much on the main node. I guess you don't want to be confusing new users, but there does need to be more tools for NFT creators to kind of monitor things, because it's so easy for a secondary sale to fly under the radar. And eventually people are going to be concerned about reporting their income to the IRS, at least most people. And you're going to need tools like that to be able to track things.
Well, I also think it's important to have a complete history of an NFT. Right now, if I buy an NFT and I sell it to you and you sell it to Thor Torrance, and you click on that NFT, it's just going to show who the owner is now. So, and who created it. So you don't actually see the history of who owned it. And I really think, ownership history is going to play a huge role in the value of NFTs, both now and in the future. For example, if Pamela Anderson owned an NFT, that might add value to it. If it's been sold 3 times and it's gone up each time in value, maybe you're going to assume it's going to go up the 4th time. And, I think it's an important aspect of NFTs. Another thing I really think I'd like to see BitClout add, and I know others have talked about this as well, are serial numbers for every individual NFT. So the first NFT ever minted, Tidjin, right? Was that the first one? number one, that should be number one. So I think they should go from there. So like maybe one day the first 10,000 NFTs on BitClout will hold more value than other NFTs just because they were the first 10,000. And I think that would be important. And maybe like, like the 100,000 or the 1 millionth NFT that's minted on BitClout will hold more value just because it has that serial number. I think it adds more of a gamification to the system, and it just kind of adds another aspect for collectors to think about. I know Hickenlooper does this really well.
Yeah, I like how Hickenlooper does it, and as people who collected baseball cards when we were kids, I think that it's having a serial number allows you to kind of put things in perspective. So like this NFT that I just bought, this was only the 1,000th NFT ever produced on BitClout, ever minted on BitClout. And maybe it's something good, maybe it's something bad, but that might have value to some collector. Maybe somebody's trying to collect all the the first, the 10th, the 100th, the 1,000th, the 10,000th.
Or maybe somebody wants the first 10 NFTs ever minted on BitClout, or maybe they want the first 3 or the first. So I just think that'll be a really cool idea.
And it will be easy. It's not something that's difficult. Everything's already numbered.
As far as I know,
on the blockchain.
Yeah. So that, and I mean, what else? Like right now, when people bid on NFTs and they run out of funds in their wallets, their bid's pooled, but the price of the NFT that's shown on a stream remains at what their bid was, even though they can't afford to pay for it anymore. So I think they need to fix that, work something out.
So you have to actually click to bid to actually see the actual bids for everything. So if somebody bid like 500 NFT and then they didn't have enough money in the account, that bid's actually pulled, but that $500 price appears to show still as the highest bid. And that confuses people because maybe the bid's actually 100 and there'd be 3 people that would bid over 100 but under 500. But since they see 500, they don't even click through to see what the bid was.
It's really acting as a deterrent, I feel, for people who bid. And it's kind of a way for others to cheat the system if you think about it. Like you put in a bid for $1,000, you run out of money in your wallet, you use another account to bid on it for 100, and everybody thinks the high bid's 1,000, but you're going to get it for 100. So I think that needs to be fixed. There's a lot of little bugs that need to be fixed, I think, with NFTs. And I think a lot of people are looking forward to version 2 of NFTs. I don't know when they're coming out, but I think we need to see that come out sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I personally expected it by now, but I know the core team has been traveling. They're busy with a lot, and I think we're going to see a lot happen in the next couple weeks, 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, for sure. And everybody, we just want to remind you that the gold version of BitClout Kids card number 3, Jack You Smell, ends today at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Am I correct, Brian? 9:30 p.m. Eastern time today, BitClout Kids gold version ends. I believe the bid's at around $450 or so. The first one sold for, I think it was $2,300. So, maybe you'll get a good deal on this one. But again, that ends, and we're looking forward to providing that to the winner. And remember, the winner gets half a BitClout Kids coin as well, which is valued at, I think, approximately $270 or so.
Yeah. And I think that's probably pretty good. And I think that's where we'll end this Labor Day Monday.
Yeah, have a great Labor Day, everybody. Have fun, be safe.